Hey everyone, alright, so today the 30th anniversary edition of Highlander was released on Blu-ray and DVD. Anyway, I went down to HMV today to pick up my copy, didn't waste any time. I'd found out about this a couple of months ago, so I was really prepared for this coming out. I decided, I wasn't going to bother pre-ordering it. I was going to, go pick it up in store. So I didn't waste any time. Anyway, I got it home, and this came with the slipcase. Really nice slipcase. Got the same art design on it. First things first, I'm really impressed with the cover on this. As you can see, you got Christopher Lambert in his classic, I guess you could dub it classic Connor attire, from 1500s Scotland. I had high hopes for the cover art for this because I do own the Immortal edition on Blu-ray as well now. Well, I was quite underwhelmed by the cover design on this one. I mean, it's got the classic MacLeod broadsword on the front, but it's a very boring cover art, this, you got the sword on the front. I mean, it's an iconic sword, you immediately think Highlander when you see that, but, it's a bit lackluster. And you look at the back as well, and the back is pretty boring, really. This one though, like I say, really good front cover. Now I really like the back of this one. The back of this, because of course when they put this Blu-ray up for pre-order on Amazon and on the HMV website, all we got to see was what this front cover was going to look like. And this, as nice as this was, I was very much looking forward to seeing what they did with the back. And obviously, you got your body of text, but I liked in this one how they actually used some screen, some stills, some screen caps taken from the movie. So that was a nice little touch. Also, something I appreciate, on the back of this new Blu-ray, when it's talking about when it's given the synopsis of the film, they finally learned how to spell MacLeod properly. So it's a nice little touch. Yeah, of course, in terms of the film itself across the two Blu-rays, no difference in runtime. It's exactly the same cut of the film. Let's talk about, because of course one of the big things for this 30th anniversary one, digitally restored. Let's talk about that for a bit. I had a flick through it today. Now, what I will say overall, there is an improvement. There really is. Of course, as you might have anticipated looking at this, there are parts of the film, where the quality varies, but overall this digital restoration is an improvement over what we get in the Immortal edition, I think. The colours are a lot sharper, they really pop in some places, it's still got that grain apparent throughout, so you've still got that film grain throughout the whole thing. But yeah, in a lot of places there's scenes where the restoration is really on point. It looks fantastic. In some shots just look amazing, like the end fight scene on the rooftop between Connor and the Kurgan. When all the water, that water tower collapses and the water comes gushing out. Honestly, the way drops of water, and when the water's splashing, it looks pristine. So that's a prime example. And You know, just on the whole, the image is a lot sharper, I think. The scene, you know, when Brenda goes to confront Connor after the scene in the church between Connor and the Kurgan, you know, it cuts back to the antique store. You've got Brenda and Rachel arguing, and then Connor comes back home. That entire scene in the antique store looks stunning in this restoration. Really, really good. So yeah, really an improvement in terms of the picture quality. Also in terms of the sound, I think there's a really noticeable improvement in terms of the sound on this new Blu-ray. Like for example, when you listen to the It's a Kind of Magic track playing over the end credits, that sounds phenomenal. And then, but throughout the film, Michael Kamen's music score, it sounds immense. But yet, so the sound quality on this new Blu-ray is, I think, really improved. So that's the technical aspects covered. I mean, I think, you know, there is a noticeable improvement. There really is. In terms of special features now, obviously the Immortal Edition had a few special features. They've all been carried over onto this one. Yes, all the special features from the Immortal Edition, they've been carried over. And we've got, but on the new Blu-ray, we've got two new interviews that have been added that weren't present on the Immortal Edition. We've got a new interview with Christopher Lambert. Of course, on the Immortal Edition, we had an interview with Lambert, but that was in French. This is a new interview that's been done for this release in English. It's in terms of length, it's a decent length. It's about a 20-minute interview. Like I say, really worth a watch. It was really enjoyable. So that's there. And then the other interview we get is with Russell Mulcahy himself, the director. And again, 20 minutes, so these aren't short interviews. When I saw on the back, you know, interview with Christopher Lambert, interview with Russell Mulcahy, I was thinking, you know, these might be just 5 to 10 minutes at best. No, full 20-minute interviews for each one. I'd probably say of the two, the interview with Russell Mulcahy takes it. I think that's the highlight of the two. So yeah, in terms of special features, all those that were included in the Immortal Edition, we get them plus these two new interviews.